All right. Happy Sunday. What a day, man. Awesome day. It's good to be back in Nashville. Man, I've been on the road, been jumping. Good to be back. Man, hey, folks, just stay up out here. We don't want to make sure everybody's intact, man. Everybody taking the warnings. And like I said, whether it's man-made, God-made, God allowed it. We got to understand that, folks. We need to understand this is a time for us to recalibrate our minds, to get off this blue pill and stay on this red pill. The red pill is what's really happening out here. Folks, when you're going about, coming out, go. I mean, if you got to get out, have your plan what you're going to get. If you used to going to these stores or whatever, you know, where everything, you should know where everything is unless they done moved it. Go in, get your stuff, and come on out. I had to make a few runs, man. I'm seeing folk just lollygagging. I mean, I'm not talking about shopping, just looking through clothes and you know, folk, we ain't got time for that. What we got going on in our mind? We don't have time. Get out, do what you have to do. Now, if you ain't around no people, like I am right now, it's a whole different ballgame. But when you around folk, if you gotta get out, go in, get your stuff, and get back. It ain't time to be going shopping and haphazard, folk. You gotta wait till the storm pass. And I'm gonna keep plugging this. If you still want to know what's the plan of him up here, again, 10 Commandments. Charleston Heston. Download it, buy it. It should be coming on ABC here pretty soon. 3 hours long. We got time. We got nothing else going on. Sit down and take a look at what's going on, folks. I was telling a friend yesterday, and I know at my age, I have never seen the United States. And I'm not going to even say the world. The United States, whose base with our money and everything, and saying, God, we trust on it. Some of our places, YMCAs and other places that have chapels and things of that nature. And then we're allowing the demon to come straight through the door on stuff. Now I'm talking about our lifestyle, this ragged lifestyle that's going on. We can't succumb to him and take up the other. We can't straddle the fence, and that's what's been happening. This country has been straddling the fence and has become polluted. What's worse than this virus is our lifestyle. Y'all ain't hear me. What is worse than this virus is our lifestyle. We worried about this virus killing us, but our lifestyle was going to kill us eternally. And that's serious, folks. Ain't nothing wrong with dying. That's the way we have to go. That's the transition. But it's the getting up. How we gonna get up? How we gonna rise? What position can we be in? And I know a lot of folks don't want to hear this, but this is where this is going. I mean, I made a post today, man. I didn't stay long. Made sure everything was clean and everything. I went to go talk to my mom. I call her grandmama, you know, on my dad's side, his mom. Hopefully, you know, by Wednesday, be 95 years old. And she said it's bad. And she remember how things have been. She said it's bad. And she don't get all the news like on social media and world news, but she know it's bad. Anytime on a regular basis, our young children are dying, being murdered, sacrificed, bodies being cut up. I'm talking about boys or girls, raped, thrown in the freezer, been burnt up, thrown in the oven, left in the car, tied to beds. That's on one thing. Then we got this homosexuality going on here. Men landed with other men. Women landed with women. He ain't with that. But it's going on. In the marital realm, we have husbands and wives creeping out on one another. Flying on the airlines, going to one city to another city, meeting the other person. Folks that's getting in a relationship, they can't just stay together. And I'm talking about well-to-do people, educated people. Slipped around cheating on one another. And we don't think nobody's looking. The racism in this country that goes on. We don't think he's looking. The senseless murders are going in these schools. Going in different places. Yeah, places like Chicago. Everyday basis. All this is going on. Yeah, another thing. When life is created in the womb. Yeah. And before it can get started real good, there's a murder. See, we like to put all these fancy names on stuff that's wrong. Yeah. How long is he going to look at this stuff? This stuff is just going on. See, that's what everybody want to go back to. That's what everybody calling normal. That ain't normal. The system. Folks out here working hard. They can't understand. Even older people, they can't understand. Well, either got to buy my medicine or I got to buy food or I got to pay this bill right here, a utility bill. Which one can I do? No one should be in that position. How long is he going to allow all this going on? And this fable time right now, and our community, single black women out here, no kings at home, children everywhere though, but no kings to help raise up. And this body that's been created with a sexual desire. What are we doing now? We can be sick. Who can help us out? Some of our children are grown and gone on. Here we are. But see, our life has been slowed down from the things that we used to do. That's the reset button. That's that GFI I've been talking about. Folks, we need this time to recalibrate our mind to get off this blue pill and get on the red pill and see what's going on. Because there's a great distraction going on. And we're not seeing it. How much time are we giving to him since we don't get too much time to get out? How much time have we opened the pages of inspiration to see what's really happening out here? This is what's happening, folks. That what we used to was doing, that ain't normal. That ain't normal. And somehow, as people, as the created, we want the creator to accept our funky, nasty, cesspool lifestyle. And we won't get away scot-free. But some of us worrying about dying out here over a virus. Not worrying about our lifestyle that can kill us quicker than the virus. This body has to go back to the ground which it come from. But it's the inner man that has to find a place. And ain't no in-between. And that's what he don't want you to know. The demon. He wants you discombobulated. He wants you to think time is going to last forever. He wants you to think that. You don't have to answer to nobody. He wants you to think that. He ceased to be that type of a God. If he does that, then all the people back in the past is in vain. But he ain't like that. That's what I like about him. He's the same today like he was yesterday. He don't change. It's for man to change, to get back in order, get back in line, to be disciplined, to be informed. Where are our kings and queens right now? We're in a separate situation out here. Well, you can't grow a good, stable foundation, a kingdom, just a queen alone, and a bunch of children. Hello, where did they come from? The demon. And we seeing it now. Some of us out here don't know what to do with ourselves. Yeah, the toy industry ought to be booming right through here. Online prices ought to be jumping. Yeah, I'm saying it. Because for some strange reason, we let this garbage get in our mind. I don't need no man for that. I don't need no man. And but we want the man seed, we want the man money, but we want the man presence. Where they come from? That's the demon. He has to step in and slow some things down. And I'm going to tell you what, it's a blessing. We don't understand how blessed we are. It's a blessing that the GFI switch trip. To stop and say, wait a minute, what's going on out here? That's why I'm telling you, folks, you need to get out here and look at these 10 Commandments. You need to see some visual. Sometimes folks get bored reading. I understand that. It's not exciting as reading, but it's real though. Sometimes we need to see some visual. And he don't want you to see that. This United States was getting corrupted. Getting very corrupted. Overwhelmingly corrupted. And this is supposed to be a country that believes in the master. How can we believe in the master and we are practicing demonic stuff back here? You can't do that. Either I'm going to California, I'm going to Egypt. There's no way for me to get on a plane going to Egypt and say that I'm going to California. Come on, folk. Our parents, have they done a good job? Or do we have too much freedom out here? Maybe that might be the problem. Maybe we expect to do what we want to do because we have the freedom. Where does this freedom come from? How do we figure that we are free? What are we free from and free of? And most of us still locked down in our mind. We locked up, shut up tight. We're practicing what everybody else is doing. Oh man, the great Sam Smith said it. Trust in him and check everything else. Folks, we don't stand for something, we're gonna fall for everything. And when you start falling, you can't stand. And when you falling, how can you stand up again? Hello? Let me say that again. When you falling, how can you stand up again if nothing's inside for you to believe in, to trust in, and to honor? Are we honoring ourselves? Are we honoring a family name? Are we honoring him? We done got beside ourselves. The book said we done got fat. We done waxed cold. I mean, we waxed good out here. Plenty of food, plenty of everything. Until some things had to slow us down and to make us think up here, folk. I'm not trying to criticize nobody. I know sometimes these messages seem like it's hard, even this time frame. Somebody got to say something. Even some of our preachers out here has been sugarcoating his word out here, especially when it comes to this gay stuff, this homosexuality, this lesbianism. And it's inside the supposed to be church. What book are we reading? The funny book? The comic book? No, we're in the pornography book. Come on, folk. Who are leading you to destruction? The demon works on the mind. And once he sees the mind, the body will follow. There used to be a boxing term a long time ago. Hit the head and the body will fall. Hit the head, the body will fall. Knock off the equilibrium. Opens up the body. And you get that body shot. Ooh, you're gonna go down, folks. Folks, we've been taking some body shots from the demon back here. And he can't pay up. I'm trying to inspire somebody to change something. It's time to change. It's time for our single black women out here that's fair. And y'all do this for me. Look up the word fair. Old Latin term. That means a beautiful woman. It's time for our women to stand up and have some kings out here. It's time for our kings to grab a queen and give her some power. It's called transfer of power. I'm gonna throw this in, I gotta get out of here. Man, I had a good conversation. Very good conversation. And it goes all the way back to the garden. Creation. Adam looking around, man. I mean, it had to be a beautiful thing. It's like today, to be outside looking around, the sunshine, all the vegetation, all the fruits, all the animals just getting along, man. All the elephants, everything just getting along like it need to be. Oh man, you couldn't believe it. The dogs, the cats, everything. Even down to the creepiness thing. And you wonder when all of a sudden Adam's conscience is falling. He's sad. He done contemplated this thing. There was no shame in his creation, his anatomy. He realized he was a male. And he looked around and he looked at me, like again, the elephant. He like me, Mr. Elephant. The lion has this mane. Oh, Mr. Lion? Oh, the horse? Mr. Horse? Hello? Yeah, Mr. Dog, Mr. Cat, Mr. Squirrel. We're using all sides, even the giraffe. Mr. Giraffe. Hello? Yeah. Even down to the grasshopper. Mr. Grasshopper. All these animals and insects had something in common. They were male and female. Adam recognized himself and can say, okay, I see, okay, male, but what's the other part they have? I got a question for you. I got to get off here. The master said, he's lonely. The man's countenance is falling. What's the matter with him? We got to do something about it. He's not happy. He's uneasy. He walking around moping and, you know. And see, here's the deal. With the animals, they walking together. And it's a pair. Y'all ain't hear me. Male and female. Animals and insects. And he walking around with nobody. Got a question for you. First anesthesia that's been on the scene. Oh man, the Almighty put him to sleep. And he went into his rib. Not from the ground where man come from. That's another good point right there. He didn't go to the ground where man come from. I say that again, because we get about this equilibrium stuff, this equal stuff. He didn't go to the ground again. He went to something that was living already. Hello, just asleep. And he went into the rib and pulled out. I just wonder, I can't understand. Ask yourself this. I wonder why the Almighty did not create a homeboy. A good friend, a buddy, a road dog. I just can't understand why he didn't create that. Check this out if he did. Oh man, Adam is in the recovery field. He wakes up. Hey, old homeboy over there. Hey, bro, where you come from? Hey, my name is Tom. Hey, Tom, it's good to see you. All right. What you got going on here? I done name all the animals, this, blah, 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 blah. But man, you know, now he's talking, you know, but I'm kind of lonely right here. He said, what's the matter? He said, you know, man, you know, you see the male over there, and you know, and man, I got up, I don't know where you come from, and you know, he's, you know, after surgery, you still feel that, you know, that what they done went in at. Now, something finna happen. Adam finna have a conversation with the Almighty. Oh, what's I'm you know, and he's still, all right, man, I'm gonna go over here for a minute. It's good to meet you. Adam still got his head down, looking sad and pitiful and lonely. He ain't fulfilled. Thank be to God that didn't happen. Oh, the real story. Adam wake up, and what did he see? Oh man, the greatest creation that ever was created. Come from that rib. Whoa man, come from the womb. Oh man, beautiful woman, different shape. Oh yeah, different size, a different beauty, a different glow. The radiance is across her body. Her mind, her intellect. Able to speak and communicate. And Adam is like, yes. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh man, if the Lord could have made it any better, he would have kept it to himself. Adam happy. So he can realize, okay, they're gonna miss the horse. They go, yeah, miss horse. Oh, I'm Adam. Hey, your name is Eve. He's happy, rejuvenated, percolating. Folks, let me tell you something. He don't make junk out here, folks. And this may sound minute to you, but everything that's going on out here right now has everything to do with happening in that garden and what's going on now. We're cutting off our blessings with our lifestyle. I gotta get out of here. And that's just one thing. We gotta shore up our base around here. Black men, it's time for you to start being kings out here. It's time for you to quit playing out here. Grab you a queen. Build you something. Some of you black women, when men's trying to build something, quit running. Quit shucking and jiving and playing out here. That lets me know you're a part of the demon. I'm saying it because if you know what's going on with him, you know what's going on. You know where your role is. There's a role to play. There's a role for a man. There's a role for a woman. And there's a role for the children. There's a role for the animals and dogs and cats and pets out here. Hello. You just can't do what you want to do when you want to do it. Prime example, that's why we're in this situation right now. We've been slowed down because you're talking about wicked. We have become worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. And keep in mind, he destroyed the whole city by fire. There was no chance. Hey, stay up out here, folks. Check on everybody. Start getting your pen and paper down. Get in this book. Start thinking some ways you can change your life and make it better with him. Don't worry about nobody else. Don't even worry about me. You check with him. Like again, hey, trust in him and check everything else. This everything else is everybody. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, family, best friends, sororities, fraternities, everything that you can think of. Your homegirl stuff. Check with him before you start making some moves. It says this. I gotta leave here. Before a man go build a barn to put all his hay and stuff in, he must sit down. He must sit down and calculate, figure it up, how much the cost gonna be for the material. Because if he don't sit down and count it up, once he start buying stuff, he figure out, oh man, I got the plans here, but man, I don't know how much. He runs out of material, he runs out of money, he can't finish, and then people come around laughing at him because he couldn't finish the job that it was set out to do. Come on, folks. Everything we need to know is in that book. Ain't nothing up under the sun has been done that ain't already been done. We just ain't learned from it. It's in the book. We've been letting this lifestyle of rat race and running, going back and forth. We've been letting this, we ain't have time for him. We don't have time for our family. We don't have time for our wives, husbands. We got a game on. We got this going on. Women, we ain't got time for our husbands. Got too much going on. We ain't got time for our children. Both parents out working. Our children growing up like weeds. Without him, no stability. So what he has to do, he has to slow everything down. Yeah. By any means necessary. He hit that GFI switch, folks. And I'm going to tell you something. We better be thanking him. And I know this is some hard times. It can be scary. It can be frightful. But when you ain't got no shame in your game, you ain't got nothing to be scared of. You sit up and you stand and you wait for the salvation of the master. Hey, stay up out here, folks. Start loving one another. Start pushing this love out here, black men. I got to throw this in here. Some of our women wouldn't be doing the things that they doing right now if the black man would stand and be leaders like they're supposed to be. Set the stage, set the tone with him. It ain't gonna be no problem for a woman to follow her leader. Yeah, that's how it was meant to be in the beginning. Hey folks, stay up out here. Stay ready. Stay prepared. Till next time.